Welcome to the RSP Boiler Room. I'm Matt Waldman with the Rookie Scouting Portfolio. Today we're going to take a look at another block from Lavon Coleman. If you've been paying attention to these videos on a regular basis, and you probably saw that I did an 11-minute video talking about a lead block that Coleman was involved with and really got into the weeds about statistical tracking and scouting process when it comes to evaluating tape as well as grading stats. This is not one of those plays. What I'm really going to show you is just a simple cause and effect of technique or lapse of technique on a stand-up block with Coleman that applies to a lot of running backs. So, there's a lot that I like about Coleman's play, but this particular aspect of his play needs to get better. I've seen this at least in 2 to 3 games thus far with him, and it's something that a lot of backs have to improve upon. Let's watch it, and you'll see what I mean. He's going to come in from shotgun, see him set his feet into the hole, anticipating this outside linebacker coming through the gap between right guard and right tackle, and he gets pushed into the backfield. Quarterback should be sacked here. Quarterback just throws the ball down, takes a little hit at the end of that for good insult. Let's watch what happened in a little bit more detail. Break it down in half speed. And what you're going to see is the makings of a good block. Comes across well, he anticipates it well. He gets some outside position working inside out, so that the defender should be working a little bit more outside. He's in a position where he could get on the balls of his feet, get on the toes, and really deliver a good strike. He's in position to do that right here. But then he takes a step back. He kind of leans back a little bit on his feet to try and gauge that angle. The defender works outside in. That's all fine and well. It doesn't really matter at this point. What really matters is whether Coleman is going to strike first, and he doesn't. Instead, his arms go out wide, and he's leaning with his head and shoulders first. And his arms are wide like he's giving a hug. I mean, this looks like Uncle Lavon at the family reunion hugging one of his nephews after not seeing him for a long time. And that's not what a nephew would do to his uncle, at least in some family reunions I've been to. I haven't seen that too often. He's not going to get pushed back about 4 yards doing that. What you want to see is a punch. You want to see an uppercut punch right about here to start doing it and not leading with your head. He's totally sent off balance here because he's not the first to strike. Because he takes the strike from the outside linebacker, linebacker literally lifts him off the ground and pushes him 4 yards and then just disengages and wraps the quarterback. Now the quarterback just has to throw the ball down and quit on the play. Let's watch a close-up of this. You're going to see it here, right about here. Okay. Watch Lavon turn into Uncle Lavon. Widen those arms, lean his head in. That's a hug. That's not a hit. Now the defender gives a hit, and look at him punch upward and push upward where Coleman is now off the ground and being carried into the quarterback. This is why it's important to strike first. If you're not striking first, you're going to get hit. And then you're going to get bench pressed off the ground and knocked back 4 yards. So Coleman's got to learn to be the first to strike. He has to learn to cultivate a better position so that he's not leaning into the hit and just accepting the hit. He's got to be the first to hit and deliver it with power and leverage, and he's not in position to do that here. He needs to have the knee and hip bend a little bit better. He has to do an uppercut punch with his elbows in a little bit more rather than outward hugging. And if he does that, he's going to get better as a blocker. This is a guy that's somewhere in the range of probably 215 to 230 pounds. He's listed at 228. He's got enough size to do this. He's a physical player as a runner. I've seen him get physical as a blocker. You just want him to cultivate the correct technique. And once he does that, he's not going to get eaten alive by outside linebackers in as embarrassingly a fashion as he did right here. Thanks again for watching. For more RSP Boiler Room videos, you can check out my YouTube channel, the RSP Film Room, and my blog, the www.mattwaldmanrsp.com. Uncle Lavon.